option.
That's true, yeah.
But I would be very cautious doing a Mask of Madness up against such a lineup.
Do familiar auto attacks on the egg count as attacks? I don't think
believe
so.
To just munch through this tower.
And there's not much Vici potential can do here. James, only level 3. They will start to TP in and try and make a hold here.
HGT's going to back up, or else they run the risk of this tower being in deny range. At the same time, Stormbolt flies, attacks into the Leshrac. Now, he's still running Pulse Novus. There's still some decent damage here with the Breathe Fire, as well as the balls in. They had enough damage to bring down the Leshrac, but in comes the Spirit Breaker right after KaKa, making sure that extra Whistle is going to be there. PrettyHaw luckily survives. ZSMJ's got one more stun up his sleeve, and he just used his Mango, but the Sunray burning, doesn't have the sunblock on, but in comes your hook shot. Cogs him up, in for the Battery Assault, controlling up Yang, and this could be big for XTT if he can get a little bit more until the bash.
Thing there.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's just within deny range, but that's the worst thing for HGT. That's a bad thing for VGP.
Yeah.
But HGT at the same time, like, okay, Lin, this is confidence. There's a Dragon Tail here. Okay, yeah, whoa!
Air just getting way too cocky there, not respecting the pulse number. Now Split Earth hits PrettyHaw. Wow, a double kill for Lin. That just shouldn't have happened, really.
That escalated quickly.
Stormbolt onto James. Lin running low on mana at this point. He just can't sustain the Pulse Nova, but Dogfights is nearby. Fissure off the mark. Lin isolated. He should get brought down here. Charge onto KaKa. Will this fight continue?
It should do. They've got hookshot available, so there's enough damage. In fact, going point blank range. Now he's going to get himself out of this one. XTT puts up the cogs, but they isolate the Bristleback at least. Dogfight has to die to ZSMJ to make this really worth it, because we just had fight go one way, then the other way, then back the other way. Air is now just moonwalking his way into this fight as that Dragonite into the big dragon form with the Aegis to help out, trying to kill off Yang. They need a little bit more of a slow. The Rockets, Anthony, they got the Dragon Tail stun through Rocket and then through Hookshot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, like, if he wants to, he can pass up on the Silver's Edge, but it's still just, again, the timing. When you're going to hit it up against someone like the Bristleback, like, is Bristle going to end up getting a BKB after this Hookshot in? Now with the Cogs catching out too, it means the Breathe Fire can be rather effective, but the Clockwerk's still in the world of hurt, and the Nova at the back end, they can't get close enough to it. It is still a 1-for-1 trade-off with the burn, and not to mention the Nova. This Leshrac is just walking after him, looks for the extra stun, stuns up over on ZSMJ, but Air is the main man they want. They want this DK dead, but the Stormbolt connects. ZSMJ, they didn't finish him off, and they might pay the price for it, even though the Bristleback is quill spraying up everyone. 4 heroes down for the price of 3, and even the Courier is dying in the meantime. That was the because it was Whistle who got the pick off from the SB, but his relocate came back off cooldown just after they found the kill. And that was when VGP were backing up from the mid. So they could have also potentially come in behind VGP. But instead they are pushed towards the top tower and then forced them to run out. Looks like there is going to be initiation coming in. And it's the Clockwerk going YOLO here.
Yeah, that was ambitious. Tier 2 tower in the top lane almost falls, but there will be some TP rotations. James as well as Dogfights come in, and that will repel the Sven Wisp.
Here comes your relocate, XLL, and they get in front of him, which is a bigger thing. Keep him stunned up so he cannot turn himself around. That's the Aegis Immortal down, and Lin wants to buy him some extra space, but then BKB up from Air ensures the stun of ZSMJ. Again, they're trying to battle him from 3 different sides here, so they don't have to deal with that Bristleback the entire time. Another Stormbolt, but ZSMJ, careful, the Quill Sprays were starting to really stack up.
He gets the
and it's actually Visage who's the one who ends the spree. But yes, Sven will end up dying as Yang charging after him. Air, no BKB available. They will be up with Fissure shortly, I think. Either way, yeah, 1 second until it's off cooldown, and then in fact Yang just comes in, pushes him back. There's your Fissure, short range charge. The Clockwerk coming back in again. He's got Familiars to help him out, so there is damage output available. The problem is you can't do lane. Okay, so they're not, but the Creepway is still hitting the tier 3 tower. So this warning bell is still going to be flagging for VGP, saying your top tower is under attack. So they're going to be worried about this. As that goes to protecting themselves, as the double BKB is being triggered off. In fact, even deeper with the triple, ZSMJ is bouncing back with the bashes from the SB, and he's so low in life. He must have so many Quill Sprays up. The Echo Slam will hit, but minimal effectiveness now as the Clockwerk's already down, and the Nova's also going to drop, and HGT desperately scrambling back inside their base, and this is troublesome. This is really troublesome. The buybacks are heavy. VGP are low, but they've only just lost the Bristleback. The charges just keep coming in from Spirit Breaker, ensuring these cores die like time and time again.
No buyback on Air. He's in the grave for over a minute. Same with Clockwerk, and now these barracks should be available for the taking. Another mech.
You brought Sven back. You've got to try and slow this down. The Familiars are actually hunting the Visage down the bottom, which we should probably be following now.
This is a disaster for HGT. So much money put into that, and they still couldn't defend the barracks, and now they're going to lose another tier 3. I don't know if this will be another lane of barracks, but huge damage onto the base. VGP just all of a sudden erupting with so much momentum.
They got to go, like, let the Clockwerk TP out in 5 seconds time and try and get some of these pickoffs. Lynn's got no mana left.
Fight.
That's actually really. They just push the creep wave in through the mid, so then they can have the backdoor regen off.
Ah, that too, yeah.
And that opens it up. And Air, they know they have to fight. It's all or nothing right now. But Air, well, at least got his BKB form. But again, he's starting to run away, and he's got to try and turn around and fight. The Clockwerk's going to drop. The Phoenix Nova is burning him up, and also going to stun him up if they're not careful. Air dropping so low, the relocate pulls him back a little bit further. He can battle up against Leshrac, who's quite deep here, but they're dying too quickly. He has to stay in range of Lynn to ensure the death, and that's what they can get. With a Dragon Tail stun, they're getting something back here. The relocate is going to pull them absolutely nowhere. But now that good Fisher stun, dogfights, controlling him up. There goes your IO, down for the count. The Breathe Fire will do some nice damage, and finally that little bit of a spill damage kills up the Spirit Breaker, and Air survives. In fact, VGP, now they're the ones losing too many. XLL is the last man left standing. They're force-offing away PrettyHaw with a Soul Assumption. They're going to work through him, and they've done it. VGP are repelled, and they hold their bottom racks at the cost of range. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, absolutely.
The BKB will trigger from the Bristleback, and this will be a big contest for Roshan. The 4-star Finn dogfights. He wants to Echo Slam, but they stun him up. They can't finish the job. Roshan killed by the Dire, and the Bristleback picks up the Aegis, the Immortal. He's still going to die almost instantly. They cop so much damage to do this, but the Nova, HGT are locked.
Visage is actually getting really farmed. He's got a Solar Crest now to go with his Aghanim Scepter. So see what they can do in this fight. Air ready to initiate, goes in onto XL, already got his back turned. And the E-Blade is actually being used to protect him, and that's the reason why he ended up picking up the E-Blade. As well, there's Shinobi. You've already lost his Venom inside this fight, and the Bristleback goes to work. Air just wants to get himself away from this Nova before the stun's going to connect in. But yeah, they're going to lose both the DK as well as Sven. Sven can at least buy back into this, but okay, XTT's not a happy man either. He's so low on life just sitting inside. He's going to actually hook shot back out then, by looks of it, and then has to buy back. But they've lost their bottom racks. Ha! There's Nova. That's... Oh my. Okay, so a lot of buybacks, at least 2 buybacks used for HGT here. They will repel. Good to know. It could be the focal point of this game. Possibly. I mean, I feel like for HGT with 2 lanes of barracks down, they're in Hail Mary mode at this point, where they need something like a Roche or a big smoke
Here they
play
come.
Like this.
Dragon form is up, and they can see XLL farming it up. As James, the first one to be initiated on the Nova. He doesn't get it off this time around, and he will buy back, TPing into the tier 2 tower. So that Nova will be coming in. KaKa so low. In fact, Yang is the main man, focusing him down there. Spirit Breaker just right in the targets as dogfights forced out. He didn't actually get the Echo Slam off. Lives in 130 HP, but that Nova's coming down. Can they get rid of the egg? No, they cannot. The stun will arrive. Air and KaKa, they're trying to battle up against the unbattable, or maybe it is. Air will eventually die, but not before Lynn will pick up a triple kill. The double buybacks here. Finally, the Echo Slam's going to re-arrive, but the Familiars, they're carving the Earthshaker up. PrettyHaw will pick up a double kill from this. XCT just wants to get the hell out of Dodge. There's a regeneration rune a little bit further down. Those Familiars have stun, so by the looks of it, hook shot down the creep wave. The Urn Charge won't be enough to kill him, and PrettyHaw E-bladed down, and then lightning by the Leshrac. Ending the dominating spree. The Clockwerk will be able to survive. The SB lost
vision. Yang. Oh, nice cogs. So skull, but now they'll go for tier 4 towers, and this could end up being kind of a GG play here. Even though it was a decent fight for HGT, buyback used by the Visage.
He's got no Familiars though.
Oh,
like, he lost all of his Familiars. Oh no,
they're coming. They're flying in.
They're on their way. But VGP, they're really looking to secure this 1 point if possible. There's your E-Blade. You also have to protect, but it also pulls them out of the fight. XTT, those cogs can't do anything. Yeah. Well, mana pause at the end, but VGP will take game number 2. And we get to level things up at 1 apiece. So,
all right. So as we talked about, it's only 1 point for a tie on both sides, and if you go 2-0, you do get 3 points. So this is again HGT being one of the favorites. This is a pretty big deal.
And that was not a game I was really expecting. We saw the draft and like I kind of want to hear the opinions of like LD and Sind on this one, because what did you guys think after you saw the draft at the start?
I think generally in this version, I always considered Bristleback